This is the cockpit of your orbiter, the place you spawn in, the place you do a lot of your things in, and where you get to most of your missions. Starting off, speaking of missions, is your navigation. Through here, you have access to every planet in the Origin system, along with the Duviri Paradox, your Railjack missions, the way to change to Steel Path, as well as multiple different forms of missions that you can do throughout the game. So that you don't have to go all the way back to your arsenal, you have a mini arsenal right here. You can't change colors in there, but it's whatever. You also have access to Nightwave through navigation, just in case you want it before you leave. Then we have the news and community console. This is where you can check all of your things, all the teasers, updates and stuff, as well as join community Discord and everything you'll need. This console is used for the 1999 demo unless you have done the 1999 mission, in which case you can just go straight into other missions at your own will. Up here is the market, where you can buy things. There are things you can buy for just credits, but we'll go over that next time. Nightwave is hidden behind this wall here. Bad placement, but still. This works as the battle pass. All of the things are free though. You don't have to worry about purchasing anything. But the missions here update weekly, and you can get some really useful things from here, and from the main part. Next up is the Laverian and the Codex. This is where you can access your quests, all of the quests you'll ever need in the game. This is your encyclopedia for just about everything in the game, telling you where to find things and where to get things. The Laverian includes a backstory on every warframe in the Laverian, not every warframe in the game, though it would be pretty cool. Training is where you can see all of the different game mechanics and how they work and how to get things. And missions is all the different missions you can do in the game. Save for a couple, I think there's some that they leave out. Next is your Syndicate console. This you can access your syndicates from. These 6 you can buy straight from, but the other several syndicates you have to go to in order to buy things from or upgrade with. But this should unlock only at Mastery Rank 3. Finally is your Plexus configurations for your Railjack. This is where you mod your Railjack similarly to modding a warframe or a weapon or a companion. Only instead of just these mods, you also have battle mods, which change what abilities your Railjack can use, as well as tactical mods that you can use with your Omni. Oh, right. And Intristics, which you can change, but it's mostly just purchasing them. You can't change them directly, you just upgrade them. But that is the cockpit to your orbiter. Leaving the cockpit, we go straight down into the hallway. That's what I call it. I don't know what this part of the ship's actually called. This is where you do most of your preparing for missions and all of that. Over here we have your foundry or your crafting table. This is where you get most of the stuff in the game. Use this constantly because everything else in the game is either you just get it through a mission or you buy it for money. Over here is where you can do your mods. And this is... I wish I had known about this a long time ago, because it is so important that you upgrade your mods throughout the game. I think it's fair I can give a little demonstration. Let's get a common mod. None there, none there, none there. Give me a common mod. That'll do. So, we have Sharpened Claws here right now. We wanted... Fusion is just upgrading the mod. As you can see, damage increases, and so does the armor destruction. But it costs endo and it costs credits. There are things that can mitigate the two, but they are fairly rare, so have fun trying to get one. Upgrading mods also increases the capacity they need. Everything has a certain capacity to how much it can hold, and it's really fun to work with. Selling mods is obvious. You get credits for it, and dissolving mods gets you more endo to upgrade other mods. To transmute mods, you need 4 mods, and you can fuse them all together to make one new one. For example, I just got Smite Corpus. Fun. You don't need those no more. Iatan treasures can also get you endo, especially if they have more Iatan stars. Iatan stars are random pickups that you collect through the game. Rivens are weapon and like companion and stuff specific mods. You can get them. It's kind of like a gamble thing. You never know what you'll get. You'll never know what mods, like what upgrades it'll have on it. So let's say you have one you don't like. I'm gonna sacrifice this one. It's not that good anyway. It's whatever. I never use from a splicer, and I have a different one. So if you wanted to change what this mod could possibly have, you cycle it. It uses 900 Kuva at the start, and then you can choose one or the other. For example, I'm going to go for this because it has electricity and status chance, which I'm pretty sure is really good for this. Well, you can't see it there, but you get the idea. You can dissolve Rivens. Oh no, you can cycle them, never mind. But you can dissolve them, but you need 3 Riven mods to transmute into a new Riven that is unveiled and such. Over here is our incubator. You can check on your pets here. You can make them babies again. You can learn more about them. You can take imprints, and you can, I'm pretty sure I've never used an imprint before, but I think what you do is you take it and you can basically copy a pet. People always ask for pets in the market, so that's why I'm guessing this. Kubrow breeding is something you'll learn about through the quests, but you need an incubator and an egg. Kavat breeding is not something you'll get through quests. Instead, you have to scan Kavats on Deimos missions, but you still need an incubator core. Over here is the arsenal. Probably literally one of the most useful things in this game. This is where you can choose your warframes, your weapons. You can decorate them as much as you want. This is where your loadouts are, and this is where you can mod things. You can now, with a recent update, like fuse mods from here, so that's really helpful. You just gotta press a certain button and confuse it that way. Moving on, they moved the Conclave thing over here so that you can play Conclave missions. You'll probably never use this. No one plays Conclave unless you're really lucky or there's an event. Basically, this is the PvP game mode for Warframe. Over here, we have the Void Relics. This is where you can get all your rare stuff and stuff that you will sell on the market for large sums of money. You can take a relic too, and you can increase what rarity it is so that you can change what you get. For example, this is the common bar, but this is the rare bar. If I want to increase the rarity of getting, or the possibility of getting Xylock Prime, I'd take the next option. See how the gold bar got bigger while the common one got smaller. I'd increase it again if I want it to get even bigger, and increase it one final time if I want it to be even more. Nothing is definite in rolling for relics, so yeah, have fun with these. Here is your robotic companions. You can't access them from here, but you can access them from your arsenal, which we should also go over. As you know, of course, this is where you edit your warframes and such. Over here is where you edit your robotic companions. You can choose all of your companions from here, and you mod them and your weapons. You can choose gear from here in the gear wheel. This is not what your limit to gear is. If I were to choose like this, I already chose that. Want something useful. do the trank rifle, then you do get more options, as much as you need. There are also emotes. You also get as much of these as you want, so you can use them anytime. I just prefer to have a smaller gear wheel to find things easier. And this is where your heavy weapon is. You will not get access to using a heavy weapon, your arc guns, which we'll get to, until you've finished helping the, I think it's Vox Solaris, and you get this thing, the Gravimag. Finally is your vehicles. This is where your Arcwings are, your Arcwing weapons. This is where your Void Rig will be, and this is where your K-Drive is. If you're in the back rooms, you can decorate your Atomicycle, but you cannot do that from here, unfortunately. But that should be everything in here. Oh, right, because I have it hidden. There's a thing between mods and your incubator. This is where you upgrade your arcanes. Arcanes are really useful end game, and they are like mods, but conditional. I guess some mods are still conditional anyway, so. But this is your hallway of your orbiter. The hallway of your orbiter, I have a wall there, so I had to teleport there through the quick thing, is an extra little back area where you'll unlock these rooms as you progress through the game. However, there's one thing that is almost always accessible, depending on what you have on your character. If you have a pink cyst given to you from playing with a Nidus or playing with someone who has a pink cyst on their neck, you'll gain access to the Helminth room for the first time. This big guy is Helminth. You get to name him whatever you want. My Helminth's name is Fleshy. This guy is really important throughout a lot of the game. Besides just taking cysts out of your neck, you sit in this chair and you can infuse different abilities into your warframes based on what warframes you've subsumed. Additionally, you can give your warframes Archon shards, which I haven't covered any to Saku. I'll get to it. You can also upgrade Archon shards eventually throughout the game once you get to all these segments. You can invigorate warframes for a week, and there's a select couple every week, each of them with their own unique little upgrades. You can feed Fleshy Helminth, sorry, mine's name is Fleshy, with different materials to build up his own materials that he uses for giving mods and things, or taking out Archon shards. Moving on. Oh, fun little detail. Every time you subsume a warframe, they end up as a flower on the wall. So this is a lot. I've killed a lot of warframes in my time on this game. This is how you get to your railjack. We'll get to that eventually, but this is just how you get to it. You can start missions from it, but besides that, it's not much. This is your operator room. It is a very glowy room, and I like it a lot. This is where you are. This is where you can figure out your equipment, this thing. Why don't I have an arcane on him? You can figure out all your arcanes. You can install lenses, choose your preferred thing. When you go back, you can go to your focus trees, and these are essentially passives for your drifter, your operator, and your warframes. Once you have completely finished up one of these like waybound branches, you get them permanently for every single class that you decide to go into. All of them have very unique ones based on what they are, and they're all themed towards a different way of fighting. Appearance, it works similarly to how you would make a warframe. You cannot give them face. You can give them faces though, and voices, and all those things. You have loadouts, so you can choose whichever one you want. And yeah, that's your operator. Finally is your personal quarters. This place you'll get a bit after you get your operator, and it's just a nice little place to chill out and cool down. From the start, you can decorate your Lotus here after finishing the new war quest. You have different skins, so if you ever saw like this skin while going to buy that one Zaku skin that I'm wearing, and you didn't know what it was because it just seems random and out of nowhere, this is how it plays into the game. You can also put these thingies here, like big, like I don't know how to explain it. You can take them out, you can put new ones in, all different kinds of things. And it's very cool. I like these a lot. Additionally, you can change your room stencil based on things you get throughout the game. Some you can buy, some you have to get through syndicates and such. You can have fish. You can add your own fish, you can take out your own fish. These are all the fish I have. You get them just by normal fishing and easy things like that. Here, you can change the display based on whatever preset you have. Right now I've got Ember. You can sit here and just stare out. It's a very nice place. And finally, you can choose your music for what plays in your orbiter. We're gonna go back to Cut Through because that's what I had before. Nice. And this is the main part to your orbiter.